Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Halimah TheBird, and here I do everything movie conversations, TV shows, Nollywood. Just think about it, you're gonna find it here. Anyways, in this video I am going to be doing the review of episode 4, 5 and 6 of Ololade. If you've not seen my episode 1, 2 and 3 review, please do check it out. I'm just gonna link it right there in the top right corner. You're gonna see it right now. Yes, so let us get into episode 4, 5 and 6 of Ololade. First off, let's just do a little bit of recap for those that have not seen my other review. Ololade is a new Netflix movie that focuses on the life of two friends who stumble upon wealth, mysteriously. It's not mysterious, but yeah, I'm just gonna call it mysteriously. And now they have to face the consequences of the wealth, their actions, and all that leads to it, right? So episode 4, 5 and 6. First thing I'm gonna say is that episode 1, 2 and 3 were way better than 4, 5, 6. In 1 and 2 especially, it was like there was like a force I was dealing with, right? It was very direct. It was very straight to the point. It was like they had gone through the major things they wanted to discuss or they wanted to share between the first 2 episodes. So it was really hard to sit through 4, 5 and 6 because now I'm just watching House of Commotion, where all the wives are clashing. They're having back and forth conversations. I'm just seeing Oliekun and Bosse. I'm seeing Debbie Felix character, EO2, and the old drama with giving somebody money, stealing the money back, and all of that. It was very tiring for me to watch. I'm like, okay, what exactly am I doing here? Because it be like say, it don't do too long. As much as I feel like 6 episodes was enough, I also feel like it could have been shorter because many of the things they showed us in episode 4 and 5, they could have made it shorter. Like, I didn't see the need for many things. Like, okay, I get it. Can we move on to the next? Anyways, let me just jump right into my entire review. First off, this was filled with so much drama and it was giving typical Nollywood film. I mean, I know I already established the fact that it was giving Nollywood vibes, but this last 3 episodes definitely Nollywood. Like the noise, the women drama, the elongated storyline, the repetitive dialogue, the slut shaming, the weak dialogue, the robbery after getting money. Like, I legit knew that it was going to get robbed the moment he just suggested we should take the money. I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna rob you. Like the old sugar mommy, like him, the main chick. Ugh. Everything about these episodes just reeked of Nollywood. And as much as it's not like I'm 18 on Nollywood or I'm like, oh, Yoruba films do not need to be on major platforms. It's just that the standard, right? I don't know. Maybe the generation of people that you're creating for were not interested in that kind of things. Or maybe there are people that there are people that are interested in that kind of things, but it just doesn't appeal to a lot of people. And if it's on a platform that it attracts a number of people, I just feel like it could have been better. There could have been more to the story. Like, give it a little bit of depth, give it more, just more. Anyway, that's one of the things. I'm gonna be talking about the dynamics in this film. I feel like I've established characterization, performances and all of that. So now let's talk about the dynamics in these films, the ones that worked and the ones that didn't work. First dynamic that I really liked was Latif and Mama Perpetual. I liked the way she was always tormenting him. It was very easy to understand that they were living in a community where there is an apoko, Mama Perpetual. And Mama Perpetual would go to any length to make sure that she does the apoko, I just like the way she always tormented him, and he would always, be like, what's that word I used to say to her? Oh my God, I forgot it. But it was like they did not ask her. That's what she'd be putting in her mouth, blah, blah, blah. I really liked that dynamic. It was very interesting. I think anytime I saw both of them on my screen together, I just laughed. The House of Commotion thingy, the Shino and his three wives. When it started out, that dynamic was kind of interesting, but I got tired of it. It was interesting because naturally I think we would have seen two wives, but the moment they became three, I just thought of Fuji out of commotion. Like, I'm like, oh, is this a Fuji out of commotion kind of thing? But then, the old like, I don't know, it got boring to me. And then when Shade came to the house to come and see her daughter, and then they chased her out like that, I just feel like Itaraomo will not let you go. As a true mother, that scene was just off, and so many other scenes. The scene where Bose went to Shade's house that she wanted to make her hair by force by fire, and please, I was just tired of that. Latif and his women, by the way, I actually enjoyed that dynamics. Like, I actually prefer Latif's own to Shino's own, right? Latif was foolish, but it was very interesting, right? The way, he was going about proposing to his girlfriend when he literally just got involved in a murder of his side chick by his sugar mommy. Like, that whole thing was just crazy and it was funny. Though I feel like it didn't play out well, but that can be excused because obviously it was very funny. Like, I just enjoyed it. It was very interesting. Latif, Shino, and Iyo, to be honest, I just wasn't feeling the whole thing. Like, I just skipped most of their scenes. I'm like, please. Maybe because Debbie Felix felt like she wasn't, I don't know. It was like she didn't fit into the story. I don't know. Maybe she was trying too hard to be mean. I didn't see her as mean. I didn't get the gist with her. I'm just like, okay. Maybe because I don't even understand our whole story. Maybe in season 2 they will show us, but like the whole Black Lions, they put money in his account, all those rubbish. It just didn't. Sorry, it wasn't rubbish, but yeah, it just didn't sit right with me. It was like just kind of out of place. Like, so yeah, that's why I just couldn't connect with her character, and so fixing her into the old Latif Shino situation was a little bit out of place for me. I actually liked Latif and Shino on their own, their friendship. I like their friendship dynamic, but I felt like we should have seen more of them. So I liked it because I saw them in like two scenes that, I liked. Like the scene where they were at the bar and they were talking about buying beer for everybody, and then the scene where they were talking about advising somebody about women, and Latif was telling Shino that you advise me about women, you that you have 3 women in your house, blah blah blah. That established their friendship for me, but it also didn't give them the depth because it didn't seem close enough to want to start a business together. Like, I did not see that bond. I know that random people do business together, but like the way they wanted to portray them to us were like they were best friends, right? But it didn't seem like they were best friends. Like, your best friend didn't even know that you were shagging Big Mommy. Like, bro, that's not, the best friend is not best friendly, especially male best friends. Like, that's not best friendly, bro. It's not at all. So I did not really feel it. Shino and Sade also, there was no chemistry there. It was just. And then when I now saw at the end that he went back to beg her, it just felt so out of the blues. Like, it didn't make sense to me. I understand that, okay, his daughter wanted her mother, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you didn't like this person enough to go and be saying, it is you I want, this and that. I'll send the other women out. I'm like, what is the reason? What is the reason?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I could not just see it. I swear to God, I could not connect with that. And I feel like they rushed the entire dynamics of the Shino House of Commotion. 1 minute is fine with having 2 chaotic women in his house. The next minute is chasing them out. Like, I don't know. It felt like there wasn't enough thought process that went into that. Like the way they brought in Bosse, he just accepted. Amaka came, started living with them, he just accepted. Like, I know he's gullible, that's established already, but like, how gullible can you be to just bring 3 women in and just be moving on with life and whatever? It didn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. Then Amaka and Olusho, that's the pastor. I did not understand it. Maybe if I understood it, it will make sense to me. But I didn't understand it. Like, why was he so eager to help her? Like, to the point where he was offering to help her get a child, and lie that she was pregnant. True. And he mentioned somewhere that she was very useful to him and all of that. It didn't add up for me. And then the scene where she went to meet him and she was like that, all the things that she know has, she wants to make sure that they take it back, blah blah blah. I'm like, how now? Like, make it make sense. I just don't understand. Even when she was talking to her mother-in-law, she was saying something about she's the one that made him rich and all of that. It's everything just kind of fell flat. It's like they just picked on these stories and they dumped them. They didn't really give us like in-depth explanation. It doesn't even have to be explanation, but let's just understand what we are watching, right? I also feel like there were a number of underdeveloped scenes, like Sade's friend that was overly cautious of Amaka. Why exactly was she that way towards Amaka? Like, what did she know? I mean, we know that Amaka and Shino were a thing, but the whole point was that it was dramatic irony. So every other person did not know this, right? But somehow Sade's friend knows something and she never got to say anything throughout the course of the film. Maybe Sade's friend figured out when Amaka started saying our husband, but the moment Amaka walked into that salon to see Sade's friend already had an attitude. So I'm not going to give that excuse to them, right? Even that scene where Dayo was eavesdropping on Latif and Big Mommy's conversation, what was the point? Somebody had mentioned that, I mean, everything doesn't have to lead somewhere, but this is film, right? This is not real life. Real life, you can say, okay, maybe the person will just swallow it in, but at least the person will ponder on that conversation. Do you understand? You're not just going to... What was the essence? Why did they cut it? Why did that scene even exist to start with? Why did Latif and Big Mommy have to have that conversation? Like, it was pointless. So that scene, if it didn't exist, the movie would have done fine without it. I think the main problem is that Nigerians have moved on from stories like this. We now crave substance, and this particular story definitely lacked substance. Another thing for me would be the soundtrack. I feel like the soundtrack did not fit into the progression of the film. It was so out of place. It was, I don't know, if you're bringing a Yoruba film, like, if you want to give us Yoruba totally, right? Because a lot of Yoruba film will have soundtracks that tells the tale. It's like when you're watching an Aristotle drama, or when you're watching a play, right? The background music, the what they call them now, the chorus, they tell you what is going to happen next. And that's how Yoruba works. Their songs, they'll play Tope Labi that will give you all the details of what's going to happen next. So I don't know, I'm not saying they should have done that. I'm just saying, like, give us actual music that fits into the story you're telling. I don't even know if I heard soundtrack. Maybe like I heard one or two songs and they were just there. Also, subtitles, right? The subtitles were off in some scenes and they were on in some other scenes. It's like there was like a switch to turn it on and off. Because somebody is speaking English doesn't mean that you should turn off your subtitle. It doesn't matter if it's a full English film. If you're going to be putting subtitle, put subtitle in everything. That's just my own share. So what did I like about the second part, really? That's going to be really difficult for me to figure out, because I don't think I really liked anything. I think I just liked watching Latif's character and Mama Perpetual, right? Yeah, I think that was major highlights for me. I still like the performance all through. The performance worked all through. I think the actors were the ones that carried this film. They gave it life. They delivered. Yes, I mean, Frank Donga was really good. I mean, like, I've never seen, I don't know, maybe he has, but I've never seen Frank Donga play this kind of character. And seeing him here, he really did an amazing job. Latif was really good as well. Okay, another thing I didn't like, I'm not saying I didn't like, but I just didn't think the characters were necessary. I think Oliekun's character could have been done without. Right, this is not a shade to Oliekun. It's just me saying, yeah, that's just what I'm saying. they could have done without his character. I don't think it really added so much to the film in general. Yeah, I understand, you impregnated Bosse. So, yeah, I liked the performances. I think they were really good. The cinematography was, like I said, it was okay. That's pretty much it. I don't like the story. I think I already established that enough. So, this is my review of the second part of Ololade 4, 5, and 6, basically. Yeah, should you watch it? I think if you watched episode 1, 2, 3 already, you can just stop there. There's no need to watch the end. I don't think anything spectacular happened at the end. Oh, hey, let me now mention, I didn't like the whole idea of the cliffhanger that they gave it. It was, I understand you want to create anticipation for a new season, but personally, I'm not even anticipating a new season, right? But if it comes, I'll definitely still check it out, probably just for review sake. But anyways, that is all I have to say about Ololade. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to read from you. I want to understand this movie better. If you have a different perspective towards it, I want to know in the comments. Yes, that's pretty much it. And I'm still going to say this, that I actually like the idea of, a Yoruba film like this on Netflix. I just would have preferred if it was a better story and it was told better. Simple and short. Bye guys. And please watch my other videos. I'm going to see you in my next video.